Other tab on the dock is like the actual results, I think, and not the updated ones, if that makes sense. Let's look at the order here. We're going to have Ump in first, Real Deal second, Opix third, Roman fourth, Luke fifth, and Detail sixth. Interesting the way that this has worked out. With the way this has worked out, we have the one driver here on the brink of elimination, starting in the front. And we're green. For Cherry Blossom GP, a track that we saw in Season 10. Yeah, I've noticed that the the names have been changing on the other one. So Real Deal gonna take an early lead here, looking pretty strong in these single GPs. Ump's still holding on to second. Gonna get a little confusing with the black and pink there, but remember I was running Luke deciding to run black and pink and for Roman's by awareness. So gonna get a little confusing between him and Detail there in some of these runs. Looks like we're gonna have Opix third, Detail fourth, Roman fifth, and Luke is sixth in the elimination position at the end of the first lap. Oh man, it's only one lap down, but this is already cooking up to be an interesting race. And I love that we're down. I like the 2 heat stuff, but I love that we're down to every driver in 1 heat now. I think this is going to be a lot more fun. It's getting interesting here in the back. Opix, Roman, and Luke in a tough battle here. Of course, Opix would be in that classic position of just barely staying in. Luke makes it 3 wide now. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Ooh, it's getting close, but it looks like Opix is now going to be in last. And Opix has gotten away with many of these so far this tournament. Many situations where he goes to the back and gets that spot, that one spot that he needs, and holds on to not losing a life. And it's paid off, you know. Like, Opix probably at this point would be expecting to be on that 1 life, in that 1 life area, but he's not. He has 2 lives remaining. Looking really good right now. So he has that little bit of a cushion there in the back, that little bit of a saving grace. He knows, like, okay, you know, I might get a good starting spot for the next race. I've still got another life. But at the same time, I'm sure he doesn't want to lose it. I'm sure he wants to keep 2. Real Deal's still looking at that lead. Detail has now worked his way into second. Is that accurate for how this race went? Wasn't it Real Deal Detail? I think something like that. I don't know. During the actual season, I think Real Deal won it at least. I don't know if Detail got second. I think he did. Ump still looking in third. Roman fourth. And Luke in fifth. And Roman now going to try to make a move on Ump. And this could spice things up. This could open up an opportunity. Opix just needs to run decent laps because really soon here is probably going to be his chance to strike. Luke's going to try to take advantage of that Roman pass on Ump, and he just barely does. Just barely gets a tire on him. Will this pay off? Side by side, Luke and Ump, but Ump's going to have the advantage in the next section. I think Luke backs off there to try to set things up. Roman definitely loving the cushion that he's got now into third place. It's a good place to be with this current lineup. And things are going to be scary here for these back 3. Especially Ump, because if he slips up really hard, this could be curtains for him. Ooh, Opix with a fat run right there. Getting to the bumper of Luke. Keeping it close. Another interesting tidbit. I think Ump and Luke didn't race this track, so that's making this scenario, adding a little bit to it. And right there, Luke gets a nice run on Ump, and that might be it. Luke's now going to be in 4th place, which, again, similar to what I said with Roman, that's the cushion that you want. Definitely does not want to have the last place driver right behind him. Nobody does in this situation. And I mean, if you're Ump, you don't want this either. You don't want to be in 5th here with Opix behind you. But at the same time, still plenty of racing left. This battle for the lead potentially heating up. Real Deal and Detail actually getting pretty close. Detail making some pretty fat gains, but again, all for starting position here pretty much. Bragging rights, really. Roman, the most... Oh, wow. Ump really went for it there. Roman, the most on an island driver, I would say right now in this race. He's just all by his lonesome. Opix showing the tires on ump. If he gets an opportunity, you know he's going to go for it. He's made many of these situations work out in his favor. Can he do it yet again? I mean, it's gotta fail at some point, right? He's made so many of them just work out. Can he do it for like the 4th time in a row or so? God damn it, Roman. I didn't even mean that. So yeah, here we go. That lead battle's still pretty hot. And this back 4 battle also still interesting. Luke potentially starting to figure out that section. Got a really nice run that time. Started to really stretch that gap on ump and Opix. But look at that. Opix is there. He's really trying it. Roman also goes down. What is going on right now? That is going to be... It looked like Real Deal holds on for first. Detail takes second. And Roman going to take that 3rd place. Got really close there at the end. Another lap, things could have got scary. But he wrecked at just the right time with just the right recovery. Luke's going to take 4th, ump 5th. And Opix 6th. Aw, shit. I didn't get the Anaheim 2 results. Does anybody remember it? Help me out here. It's Detail, me, Roman, Opti, and Elimination here. Maybe we won't. We have the 2 drivers with 1 life remaining actually starting up in the front. Opix and Ump. So maybe we see another driver now losing a life instead of an elimination. But here we go, guys. Can promise this will be one insane race. And about 2:30. Green flag. Chili Cove has not been raced in several seasons. I don't know, like 6 or so. It's been a long time, but this is a historic track for HRL Halo 5. All the versions of Chili are historic tracks, really. Some crazy races on this one. One of my favorites in Halo 5 history was the All-Star race, actually. The 4 motos were pretty good, too. But the All-Star race in this track was absolutely insane. And how nicely does that work out that we now see Chili way in the future, like 2 years in the future, being raced again in an elimination format. Not the same elimination format, but an elimination format nonetheless. And a few laps completed, we see Opix and Ump so far looking strong, holding on to those top 2 positions. That is definitely what they want. And there, oh, Roman, no! Oh, the unfortunate, oh, shit. The unfortunate lag bubble cheese right there. Looks in theater like a pretty clean move, but I think it's some lag cheese there and goes down early. That is tough. Luke now going to go into the lead. Opix 2nd, Ump 3rd, Real Deal 4th. We have Detail in 5th and Roman 6th. So Opix and Ump still looking pretty good. And I'm sure Opix at this point doesn't really want to even go for this lead. He's like, you know what? I'm in 2nd. This is dope. Just trying to hold on. I'm probably thinking the same thing. Like, all right, this is a good position to be in. Real Deal making gains, though. May contest here for 3rd place. Ooh, Real Deal. Showing the bumper on Ump. Just waiting for the right moment to strike. And right now, it's looking like the odds are in the favor of these 2 drivers on the brink of elimination living through this race. I mean, there's still plenty of laps to go, but right now I think the odds are definitely in their favor. We will see another one of those 2 live drivers go down again and still have 6 drivers in the tourney for yet another race, which you know, keep it going. Keep it going. I'm okay with that. Keep it going as long as we can. The less eliminations right now, the better. For a little bit. And Luke has opened up a pretty big lead at this point. Opix has a really comfortable 2nd place gap. Ump and Real Deal still pretty close for 3rd. And Detail in 5th. He's got a bit of a ways to go, but he's got Roman pretty far behind him. And that's going to be a tough regain for Roman. So this may, I think it's, I mean, there's a lot of racing to go, but definitely we could realistically see Roman lose his first life here at Chile. It was going to happen. It's going to happen to someone. Looks like he may be the unlucky recipient. A little Real Deal lag there, so he's going to lose some time off Ump. Again, Opix and Ump with that starting position. Ran really nicely, didn't get into any tough positions, and They're just looking nice so far. Oh, we're getting close to the end here, I believe. Like, less than a minute remaining. And now Detail has gotten close to Real Deal, but where's Roman? He's all the way back there still. He's kind of hoping for Detail and Real Deal to conk each other a little bit here. That's probably what Roman's hoping for. That's probably like his only chance right now. Detail all over Real Deal's bumper. Ump and Opix in their own little area code. Don't really need much help right now. They're looking good to stay alive yet again. Detail contesting here at the end. Probably going to be at white flag here next time. Or like this time by probably. I think so. We'll see how it works out. Potentially white flag there for Luke. Let's see if he pulls off here after it. Potentially the finish there. I'm not sure because it was close in the time, so I'm just keeping an eye out. And no. So that must have been white flag. So here we go. I believe hitting the finish there. Luke with the win here on Chili Cove. And second's going to owe some little cheesers there between Opix and Ump. Second and third going to go to Opix, then Ump. What was it? Fourth, Real Deal, fifth? I missed it. Yeah, it was Real Deal. I agree. But I would definitely rather race Cup. But it was fun. Alright, oh, well, oh shit, we had a photo finish. I didn't even realize it. And at the very end of the race, Detail, well, yeah, fucking biatch right there. Detail gonna take fourth off of Real Deal. Real Deal going to fifth. And Roman in sixth. Should do like an Olympic style, a tourney with like Olympic style scoring to, so that wouldn't be incentivized. Just like a really long ass tourney. That'd be kind of cool. Chili Cove.